Dana's Garden Videos. Clones versus seeds. Garlic, potatoes, and cosmos. Have you ever heard of a clone? What kinds of things can we clone? Any ideas? Can we clone plants? Yes, we can. Two common plants that gardeners clone are garlic and potatoes. These plants are rarely started from seeds. When we plant bulbs like garlic, we're planting clones. Very little new genetic information is passed down, except for a few mutations. Our new plant will be almost exactly like the plant we are cloning.
Okay. Our garlic. Let's just for fun, since we're here, let's pull up a garlic and see what it looks like. I planted these with, I think, Miss Cervantes' class, or Miss Childress's class. So, and we planted one clove. So we split apart a head and we planted a clove. So I'm gonna come up, pull it up, shake it off. So there are the roots. It hasn't started to bulb into a head yet. So still way too early, maybe still in another month or so. This part will split into, like a head of garlic full of cloves.
So we're back at Annalee a month later, checking on our garlic. Oh, and it's a beautiful head of garlic. Look at that. Now here you can see them side by side, March 30th and May 12th. See how much bigger it is now? Look at all that garlic. We can plant potatoes by clones too. We just take a potato and stick it in the ground. Potatoes are not seeds, even though we plant them like they are. So, both potatoes and garlic do produce seeds, we just usually plant them differently. So we plant garlic by the clove, and we plant the potato tuber directly in the ground. Here you can see the stem was already starting to grow out of the potato. Sometimes this happens when potatoes get old in your kitchen. And you can take that sprouting potato and you can just stick it in the ground and it will begin to multiply. So just like the garlic clove went from one clove to a head of about maybe 12 cloves, one single potato will grow into about 5 to 8, maybe more potatoes. You can even take a potato and cut it in half or into 4 pieces, and you can plant each quarter of the potato, and that little tiny piece of the potato will start to grow as long as there's a stem coming out. So here are our potatoes after 1 month of growth. You can see how nice and leafy green they are. So we have the stems and the leaves above and the roots and tubers below. Why do you think plants would want to be able to clone themselves? It's an adaptation. Being able to reproduce by seed and by clone gives plants a better chance of survival. 2 ways is better than 1. Here we are back at Annalee checking our potatoes. For each plant we planted 1 potato, and each potato grew into a potato plant and multiplied to about 5 to 6 potatoes. After the plants die, then you can dig up your roots. Look at all those potatoes we've harvested. So many potatoes. We can take these and we can replant them if we wanted to. There's all our potatoes and garlic. So, what's the difference between a clone and a seed? A clone is an exact copy. Seeds are made up from genes passed on from 2 different parents. Seeds are produced from flowers. Seeds get their genes from pollen and ovules. Seeds are a mix of their parents. They're not clones. Both have their benefits, but they're both different. Here are our cosmoflowers. They were pollinated and produced seeds. The seeds dropped onto our pathways into the mulch and they germinated into new plants. These young plants are made up of a mixture of genes taken from two different plants. Just like we are a mixture of our parents, seeds are also a mixture of their parents. So in summary, clones inherit exact traits from one cloned parent or one single plant. Seeds inherit combined traits from two different parent plants. Common food plants that are planted by clones are strawberries, bananas, apples, peaches, and oranges, most any fruit that grows on a tree, as well as garlic, ginger, potatoes, and sweet potatoes. Common food plants that are planted by seed are watermelon, cantaloupe, cucumbers, squash, tomatoes, and peppers, as well as carrots, radishes, corn, beans, peas, cabbage, broccoli, and lettuce.